I've done several books in Cuba. They were coffee table books, and I was a photographer, but I always did the text primarily, and they were mostly about architectural places, or or the Cuban cigar industry and so on. And her name kept coming up, and then you would see a picture every once in a while, like on a school wall. I didn't know about her association with Fidel, really. I knew about her more in terms of the projects that she'd done. In fact, I was in a cigar factory on my second book, a very out of the way cigar factory. I had to wait around while they assembled all the men who were in charge. We went into a little conference room, and one person started to talk about Celia Sánchez and so on. And so I interrupted him, and I just said, "Who is she?" And they said, "You don't know who Celia Sánchez is?" I said, No, I do know, but tell me again," just because I was so astounded to hear her name come up. And the interesting thing is, all these men looked at each other, and their faces changed. Then somebody stepped forward, went to the lectern, and he started to talk about her, and how at the end of the war, there were so many war widows who had nothing, they were without any kind of income. They were coming to Havana to just help me. Their houses had been bombed, various things had happened to them. They had nothing to do, and Celia stepped forth and tried to find various jobs for them. And one of the things that she did was start a cigar factory and employ only women. And that's now the leading cigar factory in the country and maybe the world, the Cohiba Cigar Factory. After that, I then found that Fidel had lived in her apartment, so she had this very personal relationship with Fidel. And I still wouldn't let myself dedicate. I didn't know at the time how long it would really take to do this, but I wouldn't let myself devote time to a woman who was really, I don't know, in any way groupie to any man, or even, this sort of subservient Nancy Reagan kind of, person. So I really worked hard to ferret out who she was, the men in her life before she met Fidel, and I would only permit myself to really work on it after I knew a little bit more about what she was like. And right. She was one amazingly tough woman.